sisters, and we're coming today to you with a new video all about our lovely sleeveless shirts that we made. And we've made these from the Gertie Sews Vintage Casual book. So instead of doing a pattern review of an actual standard pattern, we've taken the pattern from the book, and we thought it would be quite interesting for everyone to see how they turned out.
Exactly. And the reason why we've chosen to sew a pattern from this book is because we've got a dressmaking course coming up at Sudbury Sewing School, which is a 6-part course, and we've decided to base the whole thing on this book. Because Gertie's always been one of my sewing heroines, always liking the more vintage style.
Yes.
Then she was one of the first that I saw to ever do any kind of vintage sewing pattern that wasn't true vintage, that wasn't something that you'd rummaged around and found in a charity shop or in your grandma's attic. And she always makes them really easy to understand. So all of the books have very few patterns in, but then she goes on to offer variations of each of those patterns. And with just a few very minor adjustments to the pattern, you can change the variation to something different and get 3 or 4 different looks from the same item. And this is actually one of those variations in this book. So let me show you the pattern. The original pattern is this 1940 style blouse, it's called. Now the sleeveless blouse variation, if I show you this one, looks really cool.
More. Yes.
And the reason we thought our sewers would like it is because we wanted to start the course with a top. We want to give people something more, a few more techniques. So in this one, they will learn how to do a rolled collar with a lapel, how to do buttons. They'll do armhole binding, bias binding. There's even these cute little vents in the side as well. There are some nice contour darts, the shaping on them.
And shoulder darts
and
as
shoulder darts as well. So there's no bust dart, the shaping comes from the shoulder dart. So lots of new things to learn.
Yes.
And so we thought it would be a good one, and obviously we needed to make one first.
Well, we made 2.
And we did make 2. And there's a story as to why we made 2. So I've always got on brilliantly with Gertie's sizing. I find that she sizes for a more curvy figure anyway, which is perfect for me. And so I just went ahead and picked the size 8 that I always make for Gertie's patterns, which sounds really awesome, but it's American sizing, so it's not quite as awesome as that. So a bit larger in UK sizing. And we both did that because even though we have different body shapes, we are the same size in bust, waist and hip. So for dressmaking patterns, a lot of them we can use the same size. And I usually have to make a few adjustments here and there to fit my other lumps and bumps. And so we went ahead and did that, and we decided to use our lovely Liberty fabrics, didn't we?
So we had this lovely Liberty print, and we didn't know what to do with it, so we thought this was perfect because I love a shirt, and I wanted to make something that showed the fabric for all its glory, because the fabric was really special. And so we made them, and they were a bit on the snug side.
Yeah, just a bit.
Just a bit.
My buttons were bursting. They could barely get done up.
Mine were all right, but it's the kind of thing that if I had had one too many packets of crisps at lunchtime, it may get strained. But it's the kind of thing that if I'm not wearing a massive push-up bra, I can get away with it, and it is comfortable. And sometimes I like a shirt which is really fitted. This second one that I made is, I've just found a pin in the bottom. It's just still in the bottom of my shirt. This second one that I made, we went a size up. You went a size up. I went 2 sizes up for this one. We'll get to that in a minute. But this one was 1 size up, and it's a much drapier fabric. It's more of a sort of a really soft cotton lawn, and it because of the drape on it and because it's 1 size up, it's much more comfortable. But I like both of them for different looks. Yeah.
Well, let's put up some pictures, shall we? So the one that's coming up now is my Liberty print shirt, and what you may be able to see if we zoom in with the camera is that I've actually added a faux placket, and that was to get around the sizing issue. So I needed to give myself just a little bit more room, so by covering up the buttonholes with a faux placket and shifting the buttonholes over slightly and then the buttons over, I managed to buy myself about an extra ½ inch, which is all I needed to stop it straining and means it's actually wearable.
Yes.
The one that's coming up now is Nikki's beautiful
My Liberty print one.
Yeah, the fabric on this one is awesome. It's got, what's it got on it?
teapots, squids,
crocodiles,
buttons, all sorts of things, ice cream. The more I look at it, the more I see, but it's all exploding out of these little sort of centres, and it just looks amazing.
I think I'm going to call it your Mad Hatter shirt, because that's what it makes me think of. It's very crazy. Or Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Yeah. It's that sort of random assortment.
But I love fabric like that. I'm partial to a fabric that's got a secret animal on it. And still look lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then the ones that we're wearing.
The next one coming up now is this one that I've got on, so this one was too big. By the time that I finished it, going 2 sizes up was a little bit too much, to be honest. It's my tried on this one that Nikki's wearing. That was perfect, so I should have just gone with the one.
Yeah. But we made it work.
We did. We made it work, and the way that we made it work was Nikki's genius idea. On the video coming up now, hopefully you can just see the back, and you'll see that we added some lines of shearing just between the contour darts at the back, just to cinch it in and get rid of some of the fullness that was there, because it was only really too big on the back.
Yes.
And that worked a treat. So that's a really top tip. If you know how to do shearing, then you can adjust the fit on patterns really easily.
And we'll put a little link up here, because we've done a video on shearing, so you can go and click on that and go and adjust all of your oversized shirts accordingly. It also gives it that sort of like 1940s, 1950s
it creates a little peplum at the back, doesn't it? Yeah.
Because it's properly cinched in on your waist there, and I think it looks lovely.
It's a brilliant idea. A very clever lady.
Genius. Genius.
And then Nikki's one is coming up now, the one she's wearing. As you can see, because it's a soft fabric, then she's left the collar quite soft. She hasn't pressed out the harsh lapel because she wanted to
keep
the softness of the fabric.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely fit.
And I'm very pleased. Again, it's another solid colour to add to my wardrobe. So I'm pleased to as punch as that. And now this fabric I've had in my wardrobe for at least 2.5 years. So I have no idea where it came from. I'm just glad I finally got to use it. So that's one less in the stash.
Yeah. And it might seem a bit silly to be making sleeveless things so close to the end of the summer, especially the summer that we've had. But we envisage being able to put cardies on with these and wear them all the way through the autumn as well. So I think we'll probably get some good wear out of them. And if you're interested in trying the other patterns that we're actually going to be sewing in our dressmaking course, the skirt options, there is a flared skirt and an A-line skirt, so people can choose between those options.
Yes.
And then the dress options, we are giving them the option of a fit and flare dress, a shift dress with or without a Peter Pan collar, and then also a wrap dress, a woven wrap dress. So they've got 3 different options to choose from on the dress.
And we'll be making some of these as well, because we're definitely making the skirts and we're definitely making the dresses.
Yeah.
So we'll do follow-up videos for those, so you can see.
Yeah, if you're interested in seeing those, comment below, and we'll potentially do a follow-up video for the favourites.
Definitely.
Excellent. All right. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again very soon.
Bye.
Bye.